Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Psychic Medium Raymond Guzman. Welcome all of my rays of light, and this is going to be your weekly horoscope forecast for the week of March 25th through the 31st, 2019. Can you believe it? We're already at the end of the month of March. So before I get started, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button if you haven't already on the bottom right hand corner of this video, as well as the notification bell icon, so that way you can be notified of any future videos that I do publish on this channel. And don't forget to also hit that like button after this video if you do like your horoscope. So let's get into the horoscopes for this week. Aries, this week for you, Aries, it is going to be something centered around you forgiving someone that has hurt you. Perhaps there was a powerful discussion that takes place this week. Some of you will be very sensitive, kind of emotional, as the retrograde is approaching the end. On the 28th it ends officially, but this week, like I said, we're still in Mercury retrograde, so a lot of you out there are going to be a little sensitive. There could be something that someone is trying to kind of push their power onto you or make you kind of choose their way of thinking. And Aries is not someone that's going to back down or succumb to someone else's, whims or wills. So you will be fighting back, but Spirit is saying for you to do shift that energy and kind of bring it into a place of love. Do something special for someone else. Give your attention to someone else, because they will give it back to you, but make sure that person is positive. For those of you that are in a relationship or single and kind of already talking to someone, there's a lot of focus right now on your love life, a lot of romance that is going on this month, well, this week in particular, for the sign of Aries. So you'll be able to express your love, and people will be able to express their love by giving you some kind of gift, or you giving them a gift. That is not necessarily how love should be expressed or needs to be expressed, but a lot of times people will give you, whether it's your partner or a friend, will, because love is not just romantic in nature, but it can be the love between friends. But someone is going to do something special for some of you out there. It may be that you receive a gift, they treat you to lunch, or they give you something, just their time or their attention. So be thankful for all your blessings this week. But yeah, that's the week for Aries this week. So I want to thank you so much again for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. And if you would like to set up a private reading, you can go to my website at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing, amazing week. Taurus, this week for you, Taurus, it's a week in which you need to be reminded to kind of slow down your pace. A lot of you are very anxious this week. The Mercury retrograde has not ended. It does not end until Thursday, the 28th. So a lot of you are still going to be on edge. A lot of you are going to be feeling very excited, and you want to get ahead of yourself sometimes when you're doing that. It's almost like self-sabotage. So don't be impatient to get to the very end of something, or to want whatever you want, right then and there. You have to be patient with anything in life. For those of you that have not done your income taxes, be sure to do that, because the Mercury retrograde is all about communication, and it can disturb your communication, and things that you have to do that involve numbers, etc. It can play with your mind a little bit. So be sure to not forget that if you have not yet filed, to do that. Also, just kind of like let things, don't try to control this week anything, but let things play out as they may. Be willing to express yourself in different kind of ways, whether it's through writing, whether it's through music, whether it's through your clothes, your clothing. Clothing sometimes will will show how the person is feeling. A lot of times people will express themselves subconsciously, not even knowing that they're doing it, going into their wardrobe. And if they're kind of depressed, they may dress in like solid colors, gray. This is of course not the case for every single sign out there, or every single person that is depressed or going through some issues. And a lot of people will stick to black because black makes them look slim. It's a universal color, but it's also can be for depression. For a lot of people that are depressive, you may be wearing more than any bright colors or pastels or So kind of pay attention to how you are expressing your love and the message that you're wanting to give across this week in particular. But most of all, Spirit is saying to listen to your heart, listen to the messages that, and the signs and the symbols and the things that are coming to you intuitively at this time, and to use that to your advantage to help humanity, and to also connect to your higher self and your spirit guides when you are having downtime. And also, take some time out for your family, for your friends, so those that you care about, your loved ones, and kind of have a party. A lot of you will probably have a little get together over the weekend, may go out to the bay or out to the beach, or be in the water. So it's a very, very good week to kind of do that. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to hit that red subscribe button, as well as the notification bell icon if you haven't already. And also, if you'd like to set up a private reading with me, go to my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing, amazing week. Gemini, a lot of you Geminis out there this week have a lot of things going on. The first thing is that there's a situation right now in some of your lives out there that is giving you an opportunity to reevaluate what you want. So a lot of us are at a pivotal time right now. The spring, we're in Mercury retrograde, which is Mercury is our ruling planet and deals with communication. So a lot of us are having problems with communicating, accepting messages, understanding maybe the messages that we're, our communication that we're doing is being misconstrued by others. But there is something that Spirit is wanting you to reevaluate in your life. There's a situation that perhaps like this could be your work, or it could be your career. It could be your love life. There's something that you're not happy about and that you haven't not been happy about for quite some time, and you want to change. But a lot of us have been stuck in kind of trying to convince ourselves that, time is going to pass by and things are going to just kind of work out as a miracle, or fix themselves, by itself, rather than us giving the time and energy and attention to it. But right now is a time for us to really come together and address those issues in our life, regardless of how scary or how shameful they are. We need to eliminate the fear, the shame, all those low vibrations, get rid of them. And this week, if you are kind of depressed, a lot of you Geminis are still single out there and asking yourself, why is it that you're single? Well, whether you have someone in your life or not, you need to act as if they're there. It's almost like putting that intention out there, manifesting in the laws of attraction, visualizing. Even if you're not with a partner right now, act as if that partner is there, because that's going to bring you the right person and it's going to draw in like a magnet. It also is a time this week for you to kind of reassess what is important. Important to the people around you, the people in your family, the people that you love, and for you to, act on that, to go ahead and continue on that, because a lot of us are boggled with our work and, our careers. We try to like push love and the real issues that are at hand in our family life, far away, and not really focus on the now, like what is immediately needing attention, what is broken in our life. And that is what we need to do as Geminis this week, is to address all of these things so we can have, going into April, a better month, and, kind of alleviate all the stress and unnecessary anxiety that we're having. So that's the horoscope for this week. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button and that notification bell icon, so that way you can be notified of any future videos that I do publish. Also, if you'd like to set up a private reading with me, you can go to my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week. Cancer, Moonchild, this week for you, there's a lot of stuff that's going on. Right now, a lot of you are focused on your love life. Some of you are in relationships that are not healthy, relationships that are painful, that you're trying to break free from. And this is going to be a week where a lot of, there's a lot of endings possibly for a lot of you Moonchilds out there. You could be coming to the realization that you're not happy in a relationship, or that it's toxic for you. So a lot of you could be ending it. But Spirit is asking you to look for the good attributes in every person in your life right now. That's going to pull you through, focusing on the positive. What does each person bring to you as a whole? What do they contribute to your life? Do they contribute to your life, or do they take away from your life essence, from your energy? Are they draining you, or are they giving you love and they give you positive energy and support? This is what you're really going to have to ask yourself this week, and really push yourself away from all of the people that are taking from you and draining you emotionally, physically, and mentally. That's going to open up doors and going to open up opportunities for you to feel better about yourself. You need to know that you're limitless, that you can do anything that you want to do. Some of you are stuck in this pattern of thinking that everything is falling apart, nothing is going to get better, that you're kind of living in denial, not living in your truth or your authentic self. So you need to kind of make sure that the words that are coming out of your mouth, the words that you're using in communications, whether it's text messages, emails, phone calls, conversations, face to face, that it's all words of love, it's positive, it's reinforcing, but it's positive and gentle and caring, not judgmental, critical, negative in any kind of way. Even though I know that's kind of impossible, we're human. We may be surrounded by someone that's very negative, that brings out that part of ourselves that we really don't like. But at this time, Spirit is saying to be very gentle with other people, but most importantly, gentle with yourself. And this is the message that is very important for all of you Cancerians out there, all of you Moonchilds. Do it with love. Anything that you do, speak, think, or act, make sure that it's done with a vibration of love. So that's the horoscope for this week for all of you Cancerians. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Big angel hugs to you. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit that red subscribe button on the bottom right hand corner of this video, as well as the notification bell icon. If you'd like to set up a private reading with me, you can go to my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week. Leo, this week for you, there is a strong connection that you're going to be having with someone. This could be a significant other. This could be a business partner. There's something that you're going to be meeting up with someone, sharing a long conversation with, and really this is going to help you heal a lot of your heart. And it's going to help you heal and release a lot of built up tension that you've been experiencing. This is going to be a week in which you may find yourself a little emotional, because again, we're still in the Mercury retrograde. That is not until the 28th. And on the 28th, the last quarter moon starts. So right now, basically the way that you can energize yourself and bring happiness into your life is through doing anything that is going to be like an act of kindness, doing things for other people, but also being sure that those people are someone that lifts you up and supports you unconditionally. So it's going to be like an exchange of energy this week. A lot of you will be doing, things for other people, for your family, for your children. A lot of you will also try to be trapped in the matrix. Not necessarily that you're willing to do this, but there's someone that may bring out the negative in you. This could be something as simple as a text message and you wanting to respond in a negative manner to someone in a text message, whether this is your ex, whether this is a brother or a sister or a sibling or just a friend. But the message here is really to treat that person the way that you would want to be treated. Don't react the way that they're going to expect you to react. Because a lot of times there's people out there that know what buttons to push. They know exactly how to get underneath your skin. And Spirit is basically saying this is a time for you to really not allow them to get the best of you. Surprise them with a counterattack, which is really to treat them the way they wouldn't expect you to treat them, the opposite. So if they're rude to you, show them kindness. If they're nice to you, be nice to them. But I know that's kind of like doesn't make sense because I said do the opposite, but what I mean is do the opposite of anything that's negative. Make it into a positive, and if it's positive, meet them with positivity. So that is going to be the message for Leo this week. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. And if you'd like to book a private psychic reading with me, you can go to my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing, amazing week. Virgo, this week for you, Virgo, there's a lot of things from the past that you're holding on to. That needs to stop. You need to let go of every single pain that you have had, or anything that has been disappointing, or anyone who's let you down in the past. And this is kind of replaying in a lot of your minds this week, as it is. So we're still in Mercury retrograde, so it's going to play with your emotions. A lot of you are going to be emotional this week. But Spirit is wanting you to forgive those that have hurt you, because nothing can be gained by holding on to past disappointments. It's almost like self-sabotage. You're basically letting yourself get entrapped into a repeating cycle. And it's like a record player that's broken and it's just repeating the same thing over and over and over. Even if it's not repeating itself in the physical here on Earth, it's still repeating on the spiritual and emotional levels of your body, your soul. So this is going to be a time for you to kind of find people that support you, and that show that they care for you, but also it's Spirit is saying for you to be supportive of others and give that same kind of effort. So it's going to be like an exchange of energy this week. You're going to find a lot of other people that are your soul tribe that are wanting and willing to give you their energy, their time, their affection. Those are the people that you need to be focusing on all of your energy and your intentions, and kind of forget the past, because the past is the past. We can't change that, but you can change the present and you can change the future by your actions that you do today. When you're listening to this. So also, there is maybe you've been caught up with, your relationships or with your work life. A lot of you have neglected maybe your family life. And Spirit is saying this is a time to treasure your loved ones, to be sure to be grateful for every minute of the, of the hour that you have someone in your family that's still alive, that you communicate, that you vibe well on. And even if you don't vibe well on certain level, that you still have someone that you can call family, and you can fix these relationships, like I said, by forgiving, letting go of the past. And this is the message that's going to be playing very strongly for a lot of you Virgos out there this week in particular. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. And if you would like to book a private psychic reading with me, you can go to my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week. Libra, for those of you that are Librans out there and that have been maybe single for quite some time and feel like you're never going to get to that place where you are in a good, healthy relationship and happy, Spirit is saying right now to basically realize that love is all around you. It's the illusion and the matrix that we set up in ourselves by our fears, our innermost fears that manifest into reality. And basically, a lot of you are stuck in this cycle where you're not thinking that you're ever going to be happy. In fact, you feel and and you're assertive that you're not going to be happy ever again in your life, whether this is a relationship, whether this is your finances or your career. And that's the mentality that needs to change this week, because a lot of that manifests and kind of breeds negativity, and it's like a never-ending cycle where you're kind of thinking this is going to continue to happen. It's going to continue to be a nightmare for me. Nothing is ever going to get better. Those are the train of thinking and the thought pattern processes that need to be eliminated. Spirit is saying that they love you, that, you saying I love you and loving yourself is very important, because every aspect of happiness begins within ourselves. So you need to be sure that you're loving yourself unconditionally. This week when it comes to your work, it's going to keep you very stressed, and you may kind of lash out to those that you love, whether they are people from your past, an ex, children. You're going to be kind of moody this week, and that's going to be kind of normal. But basically, Spirit is saying to look at your life as a whole. For those of you that have been single for quite some time, you need to look at yourself and say, what are the patterns in my relationships that haven't been working out? What requires inner strength to recognize, that something needs to be changed? That's going to be where you're needing to fix it and heal and not repeat those same patterns, and kind of find your inner strength again by recognizing again those things that need to be changed or modified in your behavior. Because a lot of times we blame the men or the women that are coming into our lives in a romantic way, we blame that they are where all the problem, and it's not always the case. Yes, they may have been, had vices, dependencies, or they were just not loyal to you. But at the same token, we're also responsible, because any relationship is supposed to be 50-50. So if you knew that these people at the point that they had, these kind of vices and things like that, and you chose to continue with this relationship, then you're just as guilty or as at fault for acknowledging that you were in that situation and you didn't do anything to change it, and you thought it would change itself. If you knew this person had these things going on before you got into the relationship and you still chose to do it, well, then you took an active step into that relationship. So regardless of, what they did to you in this relationship, you also were you had knowledge beforehand, and you willingly went into that relationship. So this was your free will acting. So again, there's going to be a lot of pointing fingers and feelings like that this week. Eliminate all of that and kind of replace it with love and move on from it. That's the biggest message for all my Librans out there. So big angel hugs to all of you. I want to thank you so much for tuning in. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. And if you would like to book a private psychic reading, please visit my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing, amazing week. Scorpio, this week, Scorpio, Spirit is saying for you to ask for help. What is it that you really need help with? A lot of you are very strong-willed and wanting to complete things, but you could be easily getting behind, since again we are in the retrograde, Mercury retrograde, until the 28th, which is Thursday. So a lot of you out there could be stuck in this pattern or this fear that you're not going to be able to complete something. So this week it's going to be very important to not sign up to do anything or agree to anything that that will only set you back if you're not caught up, and cause delays. Spirit is also saying this is a time for you to focus on your love. A lot of you are with your true love, your soulmates. A lot of you may be in a relationship right now that is not like marriage or just really getting to know each other, but you feel that this person is your soulmate or your true love. And so Spirit is saying that there's a lot of focus on that right now, that building up, and for a lot of you, and really going to the next level. So a lot of you will become engaged this week potentially. A lot of you may be having deeper conversations with your partner that are kind of solidifying where you both are in the relationship and how far you're going to take it. And most of all, physical touch is going to be very important this week. I'm not talking about sex or anything like that, but really just embracing or holding someone's hand or just a pat on the back. That's going to bring a lot of healing. So a lot of people may be drawn to you, giving you their hand to shake your hand or just to pat you on the back, or your partner anytime they hug you or they touch you. There could be some healing that is exchanged through that. There's a lot of healers that are being activated this week in particular, to give some healing without knowing, from the universe. They're being guided by a higher power. So again, you will find yourself possibly feeling like a warm sensations, tingling if you're a healer in your hands. You may just feel like a temperature change, and you may just feel like you are kind of drained, and that could be because you're healing someone without even knowing. And it doesn't always have to be a physical touch. You can just be in the same environment as them. But that is the message for Scorpios this week. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Big angel hugs to all of you. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. And don't forget to book a private psychic reading. If you have not had a reading yet with me, you can visit my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing, amazing week. Sagittarius, this week for you, Sagittarius, Spirit is saying it's essential for you to rest and relax this week. We all are running very, very fast, and we have a lot of things going on, but you need to really take some breaks, because this is going to be bring healing to you. A lot of you Sagittarians out there may have been feeling run down last week. You maybe have your immune system is kind of weak. A lot of you could have been with the flu or colds, not feeling your best. This could just be aches and pains or migraines, but Spirit is saying for you to take care of yourself, because if you don't, you can't contribute and help other people, help your children, your partner, your family, your co-workers. You can't function without a good health. Health is wealth, so that's going to be very important for you. Spirit is also saying to be authentic to who you are. There are some people that want to change you, possibly in your employment, possibly family members or even friends that you have that, they may be telling you, oh, well, you really should try this, you really should try that. But ultimately, as a Sagittarian yourselves, you need to march to the beat of your own drum and listen to your own inner voice, not the voice of others. So even though they give you suggestions and they may be coming from a place of love, not every single suggestion or recommendation is going to necessarily be the right choice for you. So again, Spirit is reminding you to make your own decisions and to make your own choices. Appreciate the moment that you're in. Each and every situation has an opportunity. You have an opportunity to grow and find love. So every interaction, every opportunity that you have this week, nothing is a coincidence. Everything has a rhyme and a reason for it. So be sure to take away from each interaction with any person that you have this week the most from that situation. What did you learn? What was discussed? What do you see in that person? Are they happy with their life? If not, can you help them, or should you help them? And is that really helping you as a person as well, being in this friendship or connection that is with a person who is going through their own problems? So again, this is the things that you need to ask yourself this week in particular. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Big angel hugs to all of you. If you'd like to follow me on Facebook and Instagram, it's at Psychic Medium Ray. Don't forget to hit that red subscribe button as well as the notification bell icon, so that way you can be notified of any future videos that I do publish. And don't forget to book a private psychic reading if you haven't had one already with me, and you can do so by viewing my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing, amazing week. Capricorn, this week for you, Capricorn, a lot of you are going to find that there are some tense situations, possibly disagreements in your family or with a partner, and a lot of you could be choosing anger and fear over love. Spirit is saying for you to choose love. You always have a choice as to what you should do. That is our free will. So Spirit is wanting you to be very clear and concise with your feelings, but at the same time come from a place of love, because love equals healing, and healing equals love. And if you're coming from anything other than love, then it's not going to contribute or make your situation better this week. And again, we are in Mercury retrograde, so I've been saying this on mostly every other sign. So until the 28th, which is Thursday, we are in Mercury retrograde. Communication breakdowns are very possible. Things are not going to necessarily go our way or the way that we plan. But we need to also, a lot of you out there need to love who you are. There's a lot of depreciation, a lot of self-loathing, feelings like that for a lot of you Capricorns, which is out of the normal, because you're very hard workers and always, doing for others, and very, very loving with your family when it comes to it, and caring. But right now, a lot of you could be feeling ugly, feeling not pretty, feeling like there's something wrong with you, and there's nothing wrong with you. These are just fears that are manifesting, partly due to the Mercury retrograde, also partly due to maybe you being an empath out there and absorbing other people's emotions that are around you. So be very careful with your thought processes and how you really feel about yourself. Spirit is saying that you are divine and that you're wonderful and deserving of everything that life has to offer, and you need to feel that and believe that, because until you do, a lot of you are going to be feeling like, again, you're stuck in this cycle of not feeling pretty, your life sucks, blah, blah, blah. And these are just all bad, negative, vibes and fears. Don't feed that. Don't even go there. Spirit is also asking you to look at how committed are you to, everything in your life. Like, how much time are you spending online socializing rather than spending time making eye contact with your partner, or making, conversations with your partner or your family, or even with your coworkers. A lot of you are, slaves to your own devices of, your cell phones or your computers. So Spirit is asking you to kind of step away from that for a couple of hours each day this week, and really take in the air, take in, Mother Nature. Get out of the office, get out of your house, really recharge yourself, ground yourself, earthing, which is going barefoot, walking on ground, on the grass barefoot, reconnect with Mother Earth, with Gaia. That's very important for a lot of us Capricorns out there. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Big angel hugs to a lot of you out there. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. Don't forget to book a private psychic reading with me if you haven't already at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week. Aquarius, this week for you, Spirit is saying for you to have patience. Love is patient and kind always. So anything that is not in that vibration, you really need to kind of just distance yourself from. Be sure that you are opening yourself up to new opportunities, that you are allowing people into your heart, and trusting, most of all, people again, because a lot of you are in a period right now where you may not trust, every single person. You may kind of push people away, and that is not who you are as an Aquarian. So Spirit is saying for you to be very open and very willing to trust other people, because I know there's a lot of fear of being hurt out there for a lot of you Aquarians, and that's comes with the territory. That's for every single sign out there, for every single person here on earth. To a certain point, we can't avoid being hurt. Even if you are the most loving person in the most nurturing relationship, there's always going to be someone out there that hurts you in some kind of way, whether it's intentionally. You cannot shield yourself off from love or trusting others just because of bad experiences that you've had in the past. So Spirit is saying for you to embrace, the newness, the things that are coming into your life that are new feelings. Don't push them down. Don't judge your emotions, but rather kind of allow yourself to be more expressive, more carefree, and just be you. That's all that you have to do, is be you this week. Spirit is saying there's new opportunities that are coming into you. So a lot of you are very focused on your work and your spiritual growth, but there's kind of like a balance here, like a swing, like kind of like a seesaw effect when it comes to your spiritual growth and it comes to your work opportunities. A lot of you are finding difficulty balancing both worlds. There could be a lot more demand within your work opportunities, your work life, and that's going to be very grueling. A lot of you are hard workers, and you're wanting to do the most that you can to be successful. There's nothing wrong with ambition, but at the same time, you cannot have wealth and you cannot be a good business person if you don't have a spiritual foundation, and that you have, love there in your heart and your soul vibrating. And so you need to kind of balance both worlds in order to succeed and be successful. Even if you're ambitious and money is everything for you, you need to shift that mentality, because if without any spirituality, without any soul, without any love, again, you cannot reach those levels of success that you need, because you can't relate to everyone out there. So again, there's a balance that's needing to take an effect for Aquarius this week. So I want to thank you all for tuning in. Big angel hugs to each and every one of you. If you did like this reading, please give it a thumbs up. Also be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. If you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please hit that red subscribe button in the bottom right hand corner of this video, as well as the notification bell icon. And last but not least, if you have not yet booked a private psychic reading with me, you can go to my website. It's www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week. Pisces, this week for you, Pisces, Spirit is saying like attracts like. If you're longing for more love in your life, you need to be more loving. So Spirit is basically saying what you're putting out there, whether it's, you being angry, upset about, love, or just really not really feeling the vibe of wanting to be with anyone, that's what you're going to attract. No one in your life. If you are someone that's loving, caring, you're going to continue to attract good people, good energies into your life. This is not a time for you to kind of wallow in your sorrow or your emotions or feel pity party or feel sorry for yourself, but rather to pick up yourself, put your boots on, get yourself back up from the ground if you fall, and really rise to the challenge. This is all about you taking back and reclaiming your power. There's no time for any kind of feeling sorry for yourself. This week you have to shift your train of thoughts, because we're still in the Mercury retrograde until Thursday, and between Monday and Thursday, if you're not doing this and really pulling yourself out of this emotional warp that you're in right now, it's going to create chaos in your life. A lot of you are going to feel very emotional, may not feel good physically. You may feel tired and drained energetically. So it's very important that your actions speak loudly as well. So whatever you're promising, whatever you're wanting to do, don't say it and not do it. It's going to be a time where you really just need to kind of continue to push forward. And if you say that you're going to do something, or you commit yourself to doing something, or you make a promise to someone, that you complete it and not make any kind of excuses, because we are human, yes, but at the same time, there's a lot of people that may, hold you at a high pedestal, or put you in a very having a very good place, in their vision of you. And if you're not, meeting them halfway, and you're not completing and keeping your word, then you're compromising your authenticity. Spirit is saying also, love does not give up or lose faith. So regardless of whatever hardships that you're going through, whatever doubts that you're going through, insecurities, let love lead the way, and let love be the biggest vibration this week for all of you Pisces out there. So I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing week out there. If you did like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Be sure to follow me on Facebook and Instagram at Psychic Medium Ray. And don't forget to book a private psychic reading if you haven't already with me at www.raymondguzman.net/shop. Blessings and love and light. Have an amazing, amazing week.